Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. I have another property tour here with this beautiful home, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 tips to selling your home with a bonus tip at the end, so you don't want to miss this. But while we do that, we're going to tour this amazing home behind me. Just hit the market a few weeks back, listed for $780,000. This home's actually beautiful inside. I was pleasantly surprised, and I really love this home. The layout, it's very different, and you probably haven't seen a home quite like this. We have a sparkling pool, we have a basketball court, we have a massive 16,500 square foot lot. The home itself is 3,000 square feet. We have the 3-car garage, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and built in 1986. We're in this gated community, and I'm telling you, just the charm of this home, the charm of the area around here, it's wonderful. So let me show you around. I'm Andrew Guiant with Simply Vegas, and yeah, we're gonna talk about those top 5 tips, plus a bonus tip at the end on how to sell your home for maximum value in 2026. Follow me inside. All right, everyone, here's the home. I love the curb appeal. We have the gray with that flat tile roof and a darker gray. You can see true 3-car garage here, oversized lot, basketball court back there, that sparkling pool. We are in a cul-de-sac. We're at 18 Hummingbord Circle, Henderson, Nevada, 89014. And yeah, a little gated community here, probably 30 homes or so in this little community. And you look around and it's all these beautiful custom homes here, and neighborhood, yeah, built out in the 80s. So you just have this aesthetic and style that you really don't see much in Las Vegas. And yeah, just a beautiful little cul-de-sac. I feel so good in this neighborhood. It's quiet, it's comfortable. You're right off here off of Warm Springs and Green Valley Parkway. Easy access to the freeway, easy access to downtown Las Vegas and the airport. So if you actually take Warm Springs down there, you're less than 10 minutes from the airport here. Actually, you can see a plane coming in the back there. We're not in the flight path. Plane's about a mile out there. Yeah, just a great little home here. Now I'm excited to get inside and start touring. And then also, as promised, I'm going to give you the 5 top tips on how to sell your home in 2026. And I'm not just going to give you tips, I'm going to give you factual information and stats to back up what I'm saying. Love this big window up there over that covered entrance, but let's go inside and check it out. Front door with the glass insert, modern framing. Let's head in. All right, as we walk in, you can see a lot of natural light coming in. It's almost noon here, so sun's overhead. But yeah, you can just kind of see the light on the walls and around. And we'll start off to the right here, which is going to be your living room. Couple steps down, this high gloss tile here, and then this wood look floor, plantation shutters, and just unique craftsmanship, unique style. The top #1 tip for selling your home in 2026, and I know this may seem obvious, but we'll get into a little bit of detail on why this is so important. But it's price it market right on day 1. Don't test a high number price to see if you can get it. The first 2 weeks of your home sale, which we'll talk about later on another tip, are the most important time for selling your home. You can see central vac down there. This is into the dining room, chair rail, kind of the gray bottom half of the wall, big window looking out at that pool. Yeah, I just love the craftsmanship on this home. Homes that sit on the market, for example, you're testing that high price. Let's test it for a month and see what happens. They get leveraged against them. Buyers tend to negotiate harder the longer the days on market climbs. You see a home that's been on the market for 30 days, and I just sat here in a meeting and told my buyers, you know, homes that just hit the market, typically the sellers are less eager to drop price to negotiate. And homes that are priced well, really nice homes, still sell in a matter of a few days. So sits on the market 30 days, 60 days, doing yourself a big disservice when selling your home. So get that market right price. And the way you do that is talk to your real estate professional. Myself, for example, we have the laundry room at the end of the hallway down here. This door goes out back. We'll see that from the back. Gas line, washer dryer hookup, stainless sink here. So yeah, price it right day one. Don't test the market. There's too much inventory. Interest rates are too high. Chance of you just getting a cash buyer coming in blindly and throwing money at it without an appraisal, very low. Even if it's a cash buyer, we do our due diligence, our research to make sure they're not overpaying for the property. Number two, this one is very, very important as well. This is going to be the half bath here. I love the pocket door. And we have the treatment on the walls there with the chair rail. Love this rustic sink. That's a mirror, not a sink. My brain's in too many places while I'm trying to do these seller tips here. That would be a sink, white porcelain sink there. I do know what a mirror is, dual flush toilet. And yeah, I love the pocket door for saving space. We're gonna have the garage here to the right. But number two, make it look move-in ready, condition, condition, condition. There's 4 things that sell a home. The acronym is CAPE, C-A-P-E. It's condition, access, price, and exposure. We'll talk more about those later in the video, but condition, that's what we're talking about here. Make it look move-in ready. Staging, decluttering equals faster and more money. So the faster your home sells, the more money you're likely to get for it, for reasons we just talked about in number 1. The National Association of Realtors report staging can increase offers up to 5% and reduce time on market, which brings in more money to you. Make it smell right. Make sure all the light bulbs are the same color and they all work. Change out those smoke detector batteries. Make sure you don't have that beep going on. Clean the windows. Get rid of all the clutter. If you live in the home and you're trying to sell it while you still live there, so this is an epoxy floor. Could definitely clean this up a bit. It's never gonna look new again, I don't think, because it's just that age, but you could definitely clean this up and make it look a little bit better here. And that's for the buyer here. I'm not talking about this house specifically when I'm talking about these ways to sell your house. So come back in from the garage. There's a little closet under the stairs here. So yeah, declutter. If you live in the house, typically my rule of thumb is, and it might be a little bit facetious, but I just say 70% of this stuff's gotta go. You're moving anyways, pack it up, put it in boxes, stack it all in one room, stack it on one side of the garage. People understand you're moving, and a stack of boxes looks so much better than whatever's in those boxes spread out over the house. I love this curve here. We're gonna go ahead up these stairs. The pad on this carpet is actually crazy. I mean, it is a thick pad there and the carpet seems to be in good condition. But yeah, buyer perception. When the buyer walks in, do they feel like they can just move in? Do they feel like they have to do a bunch of work, get the home clean? Not a bad idea. Home like this, vacant, get a deep cleaning, you know? Pay 500 bucks, have your house deep cleaned. It's kind of like when you sell your car, right? Spend 300 bucks to get a full detail, or 500 or whatever it is. You're gonna sell that car for more than that. You know, the difference is gonna be more than what you spent on that detailing. So same thing with the home here. This is a big bedroom, almost like a loft, but it is a bedroom here. A couple windows, 3 closets. The 2 ceiling fans really gives it like this loft feel, and it might be a loft if you want it to be. 3rd closet over here. So yeah, condition, getting the home ready to sell. And I said smell earlier, smell is a huge thing. Before you can even comprehend what you're looking at when you walk into a home, you're getting that first whiff of the smell of the home. Find a good fragrance, not overpowering. If there is an odor in the home, get rid of the odor before you add the fragrance, because you can still smell it. You can go, oh, smells like fresh, but there's dog under there, or whatever it may be. So smell, very important. Make sure you consult someone on smell if you don't know what you're doing. If you want a nice, fresh smell when you walk into a home. And I do comment on videos, hey, this home smells really good. To the left here, bedroom number 2. So on to step 3, or tip number 3, is win online. And what I mean by winning online is use professional photos, professional video, 3D tours, hire an agent that is gonna spend the money and invest in selling your house. We make a lot of money on selling homes, and nothing disgusts me more than seeing pictures of a property that's for sale that were taken with a cell phone. It's actually crazy. Imagine on this home, the agent that sells this home is probably making well over $20,000, and they can't spend $159 on a photo package with a 3D tour. I mean, it's crazy. So make sure you hire an agent, hire me, that will invest in your home. It should cost the agent $1,000, up to $3,000-$4,000 to market your home properly and get it sold. And obviously that's the higher the price point. You know, the higher the listing, you're talking $3-4 million listing, you're gonna spend more money on the packaging. You want drone tours. There's just an expectation at that level. But at a minimum, they need to spend for that professional photo session, 3D tours, whatever you want on there. But essentially, and it's probably higher now, but the number was 85% of people who come to see your home in person saw it online first. And it's probably closer to 90-95% now. So make sure those photos are great. Make sure your agent knows how to order the photos. And make sure your agent doesn't use 95 photos. You don't want to see this bathroom that we're looking at right here from 11 different angles. You get the idea. The idea of the photos are to make your home look beautiful, but to entice somebody to come see it. You can't show them everything online. You show them just enough to go, oh my gosh, I have to go see that home. And make sure the photos represent the home as well. You don't want somebody thinking it's one thing, also known as catfishing. You don't want someone to see something and go, oh my gosh, that's this. And then they get there and go, wait, that's not what I thought it was going to be. That also does you a disservice. So real, professional, great photos that represent the property and use just enough to entice people out to see it. So that's going to be number 3, win online. Zillow found that listings with 3D home tours sold 14% faster than those without. Make sure your agent is doing the right things to market your home. Now, if you list with me, obviously I can get your home in front of, well, one of my videos has 244,000 views at this moment. So I will get you in front of 20, 30, 40,000 people. One of the advantages of working with an agent with a following and can get eyes on a property, because after all, that is marketing. We're into the 3rd bedroom upstairs here. So yeah, win online, agent with a big social media presence. In today's day and age, definitely helpful. So if you're looking to sell your home, give me a call. Costs no money for me to come out, just meet with you and talk about what I do. You don't have to hire me, it's no obligation. But let's get together and talk. I hope I can help you out. Into the primary bedroom here. So we have this wood look floor, not the same one as downstairs, but similar. As we go into number 4 here. Number 4 is kind of an interesting one, and we can go into more detail in person and talk about how this works, but it's use smart concessions instead of price cuts and panic price cuts. And again, if we can't always hit the mark every time when we list a home. We do our best research. We use the most information that's available to us at the time, but you don't want to panic price cut. That makes buyers think you're desperate, and then they want to go even lower than that. Let's look at this. That's kind of an interesting thing in the wall. I wonder if that came all the way through. I have a feeling that hole might have been in the, I don't know. That's kind of an interesting setup there. Maybe it's a TV nook. Oh yeah, you know what it is? It's for the TV. There's the plug there. I wonder if they installed that or that was built in with the home. Anyways, back to what we're talking about. So in 2025, 44.4% of US sales had seller concessions. And what that means is essentially you're not lowering the price of the home on paper, but you're giving them money back for closing costs. As a seller, you're going to be paying the buyer agent commission. So just be willing to work with the price and come up with creative ways to make it more enticing for the buyer. Doesn't always have to just be a price cut. Price cuts can cause people to want to pay less for your home, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So just be careful with the price cuts. Obviously, there's a time and a place for those. Just be careful with those, but there's a lot of different ways to work out a deal, and that's where agent to agent communication comes in. I've done so many deals lately with agents that I personally know. I have a buyer call me and say, hey, I want to see this house. And I go, oh my gosh, I was just talking to that agent yesterday. I was standing there, shook hands. So having an agent that's tuned into the market, that's tuned into the scene and knows a lot of the agents, it always helps. We can get your offer accepted when we're working with agents that we already know and trust, as opposed to just a name on paper that we've never seen before. So who you work with definitely matters. And that communication comes in handy because typically we'll talk before the showing. They show your house, I follow up, you know, hey Mark, hey Brad, whoever it may be. How'd you like the home? Is there something we can do here? You know, oh, my buyer liked it, but they need a little help with closing costs. All right, we got it. Let me talk to the seller and let's figure something out to get this home sold. So yeah, creative ways to structure deals, make your home more appealing. So not only having an agent that's tuned in with other agents and has a good standing in the community, also someone who's savvy and knows what they're doing and knows how to work out these deals. We do have a balcony here off of the primary bedroom, primary bath. Does have a stairway going down. It's not a spiral staircase, which is great. So that goes down there. So you could just come right up and get in the shower if you wanted to. But a nice big primary balcony here. Basketball court over there. Really huge pool we'll check out in a moment. And then you just have an elementary school back behind here. This traffic does not affect your neighborhood or your commute at all. And on top of that, all the playing and the recess and the courts and all that stuff are on the other side. So this is literally just a little drive here with some parking. So great side of the school to be on as well. Yeah, this backyard is awesome. I can't wait to go out there with you. They do have this screen door here as well, so you can keep that open, just let the breeze in. Like, it's a beautiful day today here, mid-January in Las Vegas. So just to recap top 4 real quick, price it right on day 1. Don't test the market. If you can't underprice a home also. If you put your home for $400,000, it's worth $500,000, you're gonna have 25 offers in the first day. So you can't underprice a home. Make it look move-in ready, condition, condition, condition. And by the way, in the acronym CAPE, P is price. So we've hit price and condition. So that's C and A. The first 2 in the acronym happen to be the first 2 seller tips. Win online with photos, professional marketing. People see your home online before they want to see it in person. You must entice them to come out and see it in person. That's when people fall in love with houses. That's when they get the feeling when they walk in, I could live here. And then use smart concessions, creative structures on deals, get the home sold. Because sometimes it's not always just the bottom line price. There's other things you can do. Pretty big walk-in closet all decked out there, ready to go. And then tip number 5 here, as we head back downstairs, and this one's very important, and we kind of talked about this earlier, but treat the first 7 to 15 days like it's your make or break window. Track the demand signals. That's where testing the market can really hurt you. My phone's ringing, and that's actually another top agent in Las Vegas, but I will call her back. But again, these agent-to-agent relationships could save you a bunch of money. So yeah, track demand signals, see how much traffic you have. And there's kind of a rule of thumb. We're back to the dining room. I guess I don't have to show you that. We'll keep moving. So there is a little kitchen nook here. But there's a rule of thumb. And if you put your home on the market in the first 7 days, you have no showings, you're off by up to 10% on your price, maybe more, depending on what you priced it at. Very important to look at your sale after 1 week and see where you're at. If you had some showings, then you're probably not 10% off, but you're off. You have no offers. If you have a bunch of showings and no offers, then you're close, but not quite there yet. And of course, if you're priced right, you should have multiple offers right away. You should have a lot of activity. And that's in any market. I don't care interest rate. I don't care what's going on. If your home is priced right and it looks good and it's ready to go and you have professional marketing, you did all of these things, you will have activity and you will get offers on your home. Price rules over everything, but these other things will help maximize that price. So yeah, first 5 days, very, very important. 7 to 15 days, I'm sorry. Again, I'm trying to tour the home, look at everything, and talk about these things. So I apologize if I'm just a little bit all over the place. You have your heater in here, but you do have a pantry as well. I don't think that heater is going to get hot, so I don't think you have to worry about your pantry food getting warm, but that's something to think about because possibly. I like they did the tile backsplash all the way down and all the way up. Refrigerator, GE profile. Whirlpool 5-burner gas range here with the hood. Really nice sink. Single basin, oversized. Zillow research notes the median listing went pending in 15 days since spring of 2023. And high daily views correlate with faster pending sale outcomes. So adjust quickly if activity is weak. So basically what that says is since 2023, the median from going on the market to pending was 15 days. And yes, the average days on market is much higher, but you have to look at more than just average days on market. That average days on market includes overpriced homes, fire sales, it includes it all. So we're into the family room now. Nice big family room just off the kitchen. I do love this stonework on the front of the island here. So that kitchen's obviously been remodeled since building. But the more views you get, the faster your home will go from for sale to pending. If you see a home that says pending on Zillow, basically means they've accepted a contract and they're moving forward to purchase. So you want to get your home in contract as soon as possible to make the most money as possible. Long days on market, less money. I love these built-in blinds here. They don't get dusty. They adjust here. And just really quality blinds here. You don't have to worry about vertical blinds or plantation shutters. This is the way to go, in my opinion. Just talking about this at a house the other day that I was showing. Now to this beautiful backyard now. By the way, I'm Andrew Guiant. If you want to see this home in person or any home like this, please give me a call. My phone number is down there. I would love to chat, see what I could do to help. So yeah, first 7 to 15 days, the most important time. Make sure you're talking to your realtor. Your realtor should update you every week in the first month or two of the sale. And if you do it right, you should definitely get some offers in and get that home sold. So these are 5 tips, and I told you I would give you a bonus tip. Look at this lawn. This is a huge backyard. Lemon tree full of lemons. Great location, no rear neighbors, just that school back there. But here's the bonus tip for you today. And the bonus tip is, if your home has an assumable FHA, VA, USDA, which isn't common in Vegas, mortgage, market it aggressively. So what that means is, if you have an assumable loan and you're at 2.5%, that could be huge savings for a potential buyer. And if they can qualify for a conventional loan or even an FHA loan, they can probably qualify to assume your mortgage. And that's a huge bonus, huge savings. And essentially, it gives the buyer much more buying power. And so maybe your home is on sale for $700,000, but you have a 3% assumable FHA loan. Well, maybe they could come in and they're only approved for $600,000, but they could afford that because of the loan. The interest rate rules on the price. Huge pool here, diving board, the deep end on this side. You have the covered patio. This is a wonderful backyard. I mean, just really spectacular. That covered balcony. I love the paver work. Just really love this pool. But yeah, so a huge thing. So your agent should be asking you about your mortgage and what your percentage rate is, if it's assumable or not. Definitely something that you want to market on the home. Again, the agent to agent relationship, you can let the agents know. You know, obviously you put it in the remarks, you put it in the comments, you market it that way, but also, you know, hey, just to let you know, we have this assumable mortgage. It's, you know, ultra cheap, save your buyer a ton of money. And that's just a huge bonus and can really help sell your home, help save the buyer money, and just get you that full price offer that you're looking for. Be aware, if you have a VA loan that's assumable, you can only have your VA loan attached to one property. So you can't have someone assume your VA loan and then go use another VA loan. That single certificate that you get stays with the property if you have the loan assumed. So just keep that in mind. I hope these tips helped you. I'm Andrew Guiant with Simply Vegas. What a beautiful home. What a beautiful day. Oh my gosh, it is just amazing out here. But thank you all. Take care of yourselves. I guess the last time I'll say Happy New Year. It's mid-January, but Happy New Year again. And please call me. This home right here is not gonna last long, I promise you. And I'll see you on the next one. Looking to sell your house, give me a call. I'll come right over. We can talk about how to get that done. Thanks.